Introducing. We are anonymous, and there's a heaven and a hell of a lot of us. More arms, legs, arms, heads, and hands than fatty glands in a pumping hippopotamus. Oh yeah, so rare and yet so common, including Amen, and then there's Amen, Ra, Jah, Jehovah, Jesus, Krishna, Elohim, Buddha, and Brahmin. Ride with us, slide with us, enter into both the light and dark side with us, where the force is more source than just the hip dream, slicker than whipped cream, thicker than a slipstream. So strap on your seat belts. Indeed, we're moving at light speed as the beat melts your eardrums. The congos you hear come to quell and dispel your fear some. So relax your senses, leave your pretenses at home with your dreams and wishes of picket fences. Miss the fit, this is it, and it's begun. Here comes the sun, and with it the one, come on. This is a chain CD. The only way you probably even got a copy is someone was nice enough to burn one for you. Please do the same. And oh yeah, God bless these tracks and every ear that hears. Come on.
We are wide awake and vibrating energy tonight. We are so excited. Thank you, those of you who came out tonight. We're delighted to have you join us on The Wave. And we want to thank our online audience, those who are at home, kick back and watching. Thank you. You always show up and support us, and we're really excited. And tonight, we are not only wide awake and vibrating energy, but we are wide awake and vibrating energy with Anonymous. Give him a hand. Also known as Pierre Finley. And our theme tonight is God's Will or Burger King? So we're going to allow Anonymous to set the groove for us. So sit back and rock with him.
Open your mind. 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 Come one, come all, gather around as we break it down. To the sound that's the drown of a continuous pound, the count of bass in your face, placing you in the center. Now turn on the computer of your mind and press enter. Come journey with me on the beam of light. With insight is the true definitions of wrong and right, evil and good can no longer be misunderstood. Our secrets are finally exposed. Now if you would, turn left at the corner of Milky Way and West Universe. There you see the Omega and Alpha, the last and the first. Know this is harmony, how everything was together. Now look, that's the difference. It seems to run on forever. Nevertheless, let's visit a neighboring galaxy. Don't trip on me, my people, this I speak is reality. It's real as the feel of the oppression of time, but in order to see it and believe it, you must first open your mind. Huh? Hey, open your mind. Yeah. Open your mind. Come on. Open your mind. Yeah. All righty.
Thank you. So as always, we like to have some time of conscious connection. So invite you, if you have anything on your hands and laps, just put it aside for a moment. And we're going to take a little time to go inside to open our minds. So I invite you now to close your eyes and just ride the wave of that music. And breathe. Just breathe. Not as normally, but rather being aware that the breath of God is breathing you. The breath of God is breathing you, breathing you, breathing you. And as we rest in that breath of God, we are fully conscious of the fact that all is well. For it could not be otherwise. Allow the very depths of your being to open up and rise up to the truth that is always present. That we are one with the one. The one is never more than a breath away. And as we know this, we are inspired to walk through life aligning with the will of the one. Seeing the road ahead as an opportunity to test the one will in the laboratory of our lives. Experiencing the joy, the peace, the prosperity, the perfect relationships, and abundant health. When we allow the will of the one to be our will. There is a portal within us, the doorway to the one will. And taking a few moments, allow your breath to take you in and through that portal. Where you may touch the very essence of the one, of the divine, that is you, as you, by you, through you, with you. take a few moments now and go deeply within and through that portal in the silence of your being now. I am the channel for divine will to flow through every aspect of my life. I am the channel for divine will to flow through every aspect of my life. Say that with me. I am the channel for divine will to flow through every aspect of my life. Again, I am the channel for divine will to flow through every aspect of my life. Once more, I am the channel for divine will to flow through every aspect of my life. And for that, we are so grateful. In the name and after the loving nature of our elder brother, Wayshore and master teacher, Jesus the Christ, and the Christ that is within each of us. And so it is. Amen and Ashe.
I love this. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you be? Do you know the one you don't call? Do you know the one you call me? Do you know the soul inside you? Do you know the spirit within? Do you know where you're gonna go? Do you know where you've been?
This is that they call us strike. This is the drop of universal laws of life.
In your lap, in a rap, in a sap, to wake those in a nap, in a snap of a finger. Now you're woke, now you're broke. The change what was serious pain is now a joke. It's funny how things change, yet remain the same. It seems strange how much pain we tame. The things range from your brain to your name. Even this can no more contain your aim. The mountain that loomed before you is now the anthill behind you. Life is no longer at a standstill. It's moving. There is motion. There is movement. It's soothing. There is the notion. There is improvement. There's growth. Life is alive. There is truth. There's a future. There is the youth. There is proof that love does exist. There is true. In the midst of all of this, there is you. Who are you? Do you know who you are? Do you know who you be? Do you know the one you don't call? Do you know the one you call me? Do you know the soul inside you? Do you know the spirit within? Do you know where you're gonna go? Do you know where you've been? Poof, you're free. Who is the key? You and me. We be the you and the T in unity. That's right, the you be us, the T be them. And they, well, they be us and we be them. You got it, don't ever forget it. In fact, forgive it. We live it and it lives us, so there's no limit to what we can do. Yes, me and you. Together, if you be me and me be you. But if we be divided, then there's division. We drift, well, like the time, lacking precision. We drift, well, like the sun, lacking precision. The gift, we will end up, and then we're prison of mind, of heart and soul, and of the physical. Combine the part with whole, and what the spiritual will change your reality, change your life into joy and happiness from pain and strife. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you be? Do you know the one you don't call? Do you know the one you call me? Do you know the soul inside you? Do you know the spirit within? Do you know where you're gonna go? Do you know where you've been? Who are you? 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 Who are you?
Who are you? Woo! All right, give him another hand. That was nice. That was nice. This is quite a treat. Yeah. So what's up? Good to see you. So tonight, oh, and I'm Sheila Gautreaux. I always forget to introduce myself when I do the wave. I just take it for granted everybody knows who I am. I'm Sheila Gautreaux, an assistant minister here at Unity of Walnut Creek. And I want to talk to you tonight about will. God's will versus our will. God's will versus Burger King. Now, what's the saying for Burger King? Come on. Have it your way. That's nice when you're ordering a hamburger. And you can get double cheeseburger, and you can say no cheese, and you can say bacon, and you can say whatever. But in life, as these souls that we are on this journey called life, riding around in these spacesuits called human bodies, we think that in order to survive, to have joy, to have peace, to have prosperity, and so forth, that it has to be our way, that we've got to do the work, we've got to set it up, we've got to get out and get the degree, get the job, have the 2 + 5 children, 2.5 children, you know, 2-car garage, the house in the suburbs, so forth and so on. But is that necessarily the path your soul has chosen? It's a good question to ask yourself. The scripture that I want to use is one that everybody knows. It's from Matthew. It's when Jesus is asked about how to pray. And this one section, let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Say that with me. Let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So, you know, it's really cool when we're doing the Lord's Prayer and we say that. But I wonder how many of us really stop to think about what we're saying if we say, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Because what we're saying is, let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So let's look at what metaphysically these things mean. Will, or God's will, is absolute perfection. It is total love, joy, peace, prosperity, perfect relationships, a perfect alignment with truth, where everything flows smoothly. It is God's will is our alignment with the spiritual laws of the universe, living in connection with those laws. And God's will never brings about pain and suffering. Just think about that. How many of you were told at some point in your life that God was punishing people for certain things? I know, yeah, exactly. I know I heard it. If something bad happened to a whole country, God was punishing them. If something happened to you or some neighbors or some friends, it's just God's will. God's will is not pain and suffering. But here's this little tricky part. You see, we were given free will. Free will. And the first thing I want you to understand about free will is there is a price to free will. Free will ain't free. It ain't free. There is a high price to pay for free will. Because this is Burger King. When you go to Burger King, you have to pay for that burger. Am I right? Okay. when you decide to have a Burger King life, you have to pay for that burger. So what brings pain and suffering into our lives is our consciousness. Say that with me, consciousness. Consciousness, yes. And what is that? Our consciousness is the sum total of our beliefs, our attitudes about life, but primarily about ourselves. And if we go through life thinking that we're not good enough, that we're unworthy, that we're unlovable, what's going to show up is everything in our lives to prove that we are right. But that is not God's will. It's the will of our power, the strength of our own minds that sets into motion certain things in our lives to show us this is what you are calling forth by your Burger King will. It's not there to hurt us. It's there to give us a mirror in which we can see the reflection of what needs to be healed. And so we bring a lot of pain and suffering into our own lives because we don't feel that we deserve God's will. Either because we have been beat up by the whole concept of God as we're coming up, or the Bible, or something of that nature, or because we have never really understood or seen God's will in our lives, or even known what we were looking for. So, heaven, it says on earth as it is in heaven. On earth means the physical realm. Everything in the physical realm, metaphysically, on earth means that which we can see, taste, touch, feel, and experience, okay? Heaven is the realm of perfection, of divine ideas. It is where all of the higher consciousness concepts exist. So, when we say, let God's will be done, because when we say, let thy will be done, that's God's will we're talking about, okay, unless there's somebody else you know that you're talking to. But anyway, let God's will be done. You're saying, let the divine perfection of the one, of the allness, okay, be done in my life as it already is in the realm of perfect divine ideas. Does that make sense? Okay? So, when there is a situation in your life where you need to make a choice, you need to make a decision, you can take out your to-do list and plan every step of it and carry it out on your own. You can do Burger King. Or you can go into a quiet place within you and say, I want to align with heaven. I want to align with God's will, with the will of the one. Show me how to do this. Show me what I need to see. Show me what I need to do, and show me how I need to be in order to bring God's will on earth as it is in heaven. So you don't just step out and react to what's going on and begin to do. You stop, you step back, you take a look at the situation, and you say, can I really handle this on my own, or do I need my road dog? And your road dog is good, is God. You know, dog, backwards, God. Okay, never mind. and most often, the answer to that is I need my road dog. I need to turn within and get some guidance. I need to understand that having it my way hasn't worked in the past. I'm a witness, okay? Burger King has not worked for me. So now I'm choosing to do something else. How many of you have found Burger King doesn't work for you? Yeah. I'm not talking about the food, but I'm talking about, Taco Bell doesn't either. Yes. So why not, if we haven't been taking care of it, if it hasn't been working, why not try something else? What have we got to lose? But we may have a lot to gain. So I want to tell you how you know when it's Burger King and when it's God's will. So I want to give you the top 7 ways that you know it's Burger King. Okay, you ready? All right. You worked for the same boss at a different company. That's Burger King. You know it's Burger King when you're trying to lose weight by eating a pint of Ben & Jerry's Chunky Monkey every night. You know it's Burger King when your spouse or partner is looking even worse day after day after day, and the relationship is getting deader and deader and deader. That's Burger King. You know it's Burger King when you keep marrying the same person over and over. You know it's Burger King when you keep setting your clock back 10 minutes every day and you're still 30 minutes late getting to work. You know it's Burger King when no one in your family is speaking to you. And you know it's Burger King when the top priority on your to-do list is to complete the other 10 to-do lists. That's how you know it's Burger King. Just some fun stuff of my own. But I want to give you the top 7 of how you know it's God's will. You know it's God's will when you live in joy, peace, and divine order every moment of every day. You know it's God's will when your life is working and you are having more time to play. You know it's God's will when your children call and ask you for advice. You know it's God's will when your spouse or partner looks even better than they did when you met them. You know it's God's will when you love the work you do and the people you work with. You know it's God's will when you are healthy, happy, and full of energy. And the big one, you know it's God's will when you have time every morning for a relaxed cup of coffee with God. And so I invite you to take a look at the things that are going on in your life and see where you've been doing God's will and where you've been doing Burger King. And it's a very easy shift to make. And that little section from the Lord's Prayer, let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, is a great affirmation. Or I allow God's will to be done in my life as it is in heaven. So I invite you, let Burger King go. Go with your road dog and try God's will. Can't lose.
Just one quick second. I'm sitting here with this. I don't know if you guys have noticed it or not, but I don't know.
No, we didn't know.
You know, and I'm used to just moving back and forth and getting into the rhythm. And God has been just working with me in so many ways, and I'm so much the better of a person because of this. It's the weirdest thing how you can just, you know, sometimes the things that go wrong in your life tend to be the most right. It's the weirdest stuff. So that's God. That's how you know you're working in God's will. No more with y'all. I think we had enough of that. Last us 50,000 lifetimes. We need to put all that stuff aside. That's kid stuff. We need to unite. That's what time it is right now. Across the land, the cost is grand, that of the loss of man. We toss the plan aside to understand that the span is man is really one big clan. You against me, us against them, and they against we. These against those, and her against he. Friends against foes, and him against she. Against strife, wanna act strife? Let's go to war against strife. Poverty and famine, yeah, let's all get hype. Let's shoot the gun and let's stab the knife. Fighting and inciting, I'm heightened and enlightened. I'm like Crichton while I'm writing. Knuckle whiting, nail biting, cause I'm frightened. I know what's Poseidon. So remember the clash of the titans and no more, no more, no more, no more. No more war, no more war, no more, no more, no more, no more. Here we go. No more war in the street. Let killing take a stand and killing take a seat. If my neighborhood was alive, they could speak. It would scream to a shriek about 8 days a week. Crips against Bloods, K's against J's, and gangsters against thugs, players against haters, and mean against mugs. Knowing what we all need is a big hug. I guess it come up if none of come up, run up, sun down to sun up. Whites against blacks, blacks against essays, lies against facts. Truth be told, ain't none of us all that. So let's learn to act for us, no turning back to yelling, yelling. No more, no more, no more, no more, no more war. No more war. No more, no more, no more, no more. No more war. Within self, battle between I and me is now shelved. I being I am and me being me stuff. Both comes together, now we sing thee well. Right against wrong, good against evil is now an old song. My darkness has light, my weakness is strong. Who guess both were the same all along. And it can be done, picture if you will, the many becoming one, the verse becoming uni, the race becoming run by a flower with the power becoming that of the sun. Looking at each other and not seeing ourselves reflected in one another. Or hurt me by hurting you cause you're my sister and brother. So let's unite together, the truth we will discover, screaming. No more, no more, no more, no more. No more war, no more war, no more, no more, come on, no more, no more, no more war. Now as the rest of this plays out and you listen to them gunshots and the shells going on, This goes out to our troops that's out there defending this country. We support you, but we want you home. And I guess this is a message to the White House. If you can end it, let's end it. If not, do the best that you can at it. You know, don't lose your humanity in whatever it is that you do. And I'm hoping one day our troops come home for good, man, and we'll just, we have to sit at the round table. Anytime that we want to go to war, there should be a time when we bring out grand pianos and have piano battles. I mean, it's got to be a better way, you know. But I think we're growing, we're taking steps. We got a long way to go, but we're growing. And we'll be there one day. We'll be there one day. I just hope to see it. If not, I know my kids, the children will see it. But we got to come together as one people. One mind, one heart, one soul. That's how God sees us anyway. And we need to start seeing ourselves how God sees us. And that's what God is telling me. See you how I see you, and you'll see a miracle. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I say, no more war. So this is a time when we invite you to contribute. We bless our offerings and tithes, and knowing that your gifts go to support this ministry and to support us continuing this wave. And those of you who are watching online, you can donate. There is a donate button, but don't hit it right now because it'll throw you off. Wait till we say goodbye, then push the donate button. And we appreciate your gifts. And so let us say our offertory statement together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And we are so grateful. And so it is. Thank you. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah. So as the offering is being picked up, you know, I've started this little thing, and I like to ask somebody about our theme for the night. And I'm going to start with Anonymous here. And what I'm going to ask someone else out here, too, is how do you know in your life when you are following God's will or when you're doing Burger King?
That's almost as simple as it is complicated. When I'm doing God's will, I'm not in the way. I'm not controlling it. I'm not driving. I'm for the ride.
Yeah.
And I know that God's got my back. He's going to take care of me regardless of how it looks at any given point in time. I'm not in it. I'm not the one that's, doing the thing. When I'm doing Burger King, I got the will. And there's going to be a crash real soon.
Yeah.
And that's how I know when I'm trying to control this and do this, and I'm trying to get here and doing my program.
Yep.
That's when I know I'm in Burger King.
Yeah. How does that feel too when you're in Burger King? How does that feel? You know the.
It's tight.
Yeah.
It's stress. There's a lot of stress, worry, concern, fear. What's going to happen? Who knows? It's doom and gloom. A lot of that going on.
Yeah.
When I'm in control.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you. I'm going to borrow this for a minute. I'll bring it back.
With the wallet?
No, not the wallet. Not the wallet. Okay. Who am I? I'm going to ask you. So how do you know when you're doing God's will and when you're doing Burger King?
I simply feel amazing. I feel great when I know I'm in alignment with Spirit and I'm deeply practicing prayer and consciously choosing places and people that uplift me, and I just feel on fire with life. And when I'm not, it kind of comes on in the back area.
You actually have a physical.
I do.
Yeah.
And sometimes I know that for me, because it's sort of my red chakra zone, that it's my root, and it's a money thing for me. And so I get real clear messages to straighten up and to step back over into the place of better choices with my money, and where I'm spending it or how I shouldn't be spending it. And so that one is one clear example.
Very good, thank you. Also, you know, you may not realize it, that was great about the back thing, because problems with the back metaphysically represent feeling unsupported. And so when you're doing it your way, when you're doing it Burger King, you don't feel supported, because then you're not trusting that there's something else there that it has got your back, in other words. Yeah. One more.
Well, everything that's been said is great, and I can't add a whole lot to that except to say that I think when you're in the flow, when God is who you are and your life is moving with God, there are few words. It's kind of a speechless time. It's kind of a time where you don't need to say very much. And sometimes you're not elated. Sometimes you're not feeling like, oh, everything is just hunky-dory. It's just a knowing. It's just sits with you. So I would just mention that. And the Burger King time, I would say it's like resistance, 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 you know, whoops, there it goes again, and you just get stressed and spiral, and, you know, things, when you think you're trying to control, they actually become a lot more out of control.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. It's interesting. The Burger King time is like freak out time, isn't it? Yeah, it's freak out time. So we're going to let Anonymous continue and entertain us, and feel free to, you know, clap and stand up and move and, you know, and groove and so forth. So I want to bless those tithes and offerings that you gave. No, you could sit. And know that those gifts will go forward and do the work for which they were intended, and we are so grateful, and so it is. Amen.
You forgot to say cheese. My technological advanced friend of mine right there. God willing, not mine, but thine be done. May your will rise high like the shining sun, breathing life into the living since time begun. O creator of many, intertwined in one. God willing, not mine, but thine be true. May your will shine through like the sky is blue. We sacrificed the debt in life, so now we live for you. And to be more like you is all we strive to do. God willing, we love you. We place no one above you. Everything is great when you're with us. There's no worries, no concerns. Everything's perfect when you are running it. When you're doing your thing, God. Everything is wonderful. Everything is beautiful. And we know it. And we love you. And we want you to run everything that we do. It's all about you. God willing, not mine, but thine be done. May your will rise high like the shining sun, breathing life into the living since time begun. O creator of many, intertwined in one. God willing, not mine, but thine be true. May your will shine through like the sky is blue. We sacrificed this death and life, so now we're live for you. And to be more like you is all we strive to do. God willing, it's all about you and nothing about me. It's all about you and sometimes about we. But that's only because you put us first. You said the first should be last. And sometimes I'm the worst. But you still love me. You're always there for me. So I give it up to you. It's all about you. It's not about me. It's not about them. It's not about we. It's all about you. And may you continue to do what you put here to do, God willing. Everybody, come on. Breathing life into the living. Been doing it forever. God willing, not mine, but thine be true. May your will shine through like the sky is blue. We sacrifice this dead in life, so now we're live for you. And to be more like you is all we strive to do. God willing, not mine, but thine be done. May your will shine high like the shining sun, breathing life into the living since time begun. O creator of many, intertwined in one. God willing, not mine, but thine be true. May your will shine through like the sky is blue. We sacrifice this dead in life, so now we live for you. And to be more like you is all we strive to do. God willing. Yeah, we love you. God willing. Not me, but thee be real. May the truth be the reason why they see me still. And let me reveal that I crash every time I'm behind the wheel. So I give it up to you, cause every time I do, you live it up. And everything's okay and alright, just like I'm right and everything's your way. And then I do that wreck, and even though your love is free, I still want my paycheck. So I steal the wheel from you, and here we go again. But like you, you're faithful, allowing me to come back home to you. This is why I'm so grateful, and giving up my will is what I'm gonna do. God willing, not mine, but thine be done. May your will shine high like the shining sun, breathing life into the living since time begun. O creator of many, intertwined in one. God willing, not mine, but thine be true. May your will shine through like the sky is blue. We sacrifice this death in life, so now we live for you. And to be more like you is all we strive to do. God willing, not mine, but thine be done. May your will rise high like the shining sun, breathing life into the living since time begun. O creator of many, intertwined in one. Not mine, but thine be true. May your will shine through like the sky is blue. We sacrifice the death in life, so now we're live for you. And to be more like you is all we strive to do. God willing.
We got, go.
Let's go ahead and get another one. It doesn't matter which one. Yeah, it's not like this, not like this, like that. Just yet. Here we go. Again. Open your mind. Come on. Everybody. Open your mind. You see them clans clap. Come on. Yeah. Open your mind. Come on. Yeah.
Open your mind.
Open your mind. Come one, come all, gather around as we break it down. To the sound of the drown, there's this continuous pound, this kind of bass in your face, placing you in the center. Now turn on the computer of your mind and press enter. Come journey with me on the beam of light. With insight is the true definitions of wrong and right, evil and good. It's known to be understood. Our secrets are finally exposed. Now if you would, turn left at the corner of Milky Way and West Universe. There you see the Mega and Alpha, the last and the first. Know this is harmony, how everything works together. Now look at us, the difference is seen and run on forever. Nevertheless, let's visit a neighboring galaxy. Don't trip on me, my people, this I speak is reality. It's real as the field is the oppression of time, but in order to see it and believe it, you must first open your mind. And there's a heaven and a hell of a lot of us. Open your mind. Come on. Yeah. Open your mind. Just a little. Just a little. Just a little. Open your mind. Come on. Open your mind. Into my mind and take a peek at what I'm thinking. As I give light to the universe, but keeping them stars blinking. Creation is appreciative and thankful for having me. My existence gives order to the solar system through gravity. And while I'm on the subject, let's see if you can fathom the similarities between our solar system and the atom. The planets, the dash trials, but nucleus, irrefutable, like you can stop being dubious. Back to planet Earth, the planet which I was born in, sworn in as protected. The very morning, the Earth is alive, very much a living being. To keep it that way is exactly what I'm gonna be seeing. The key is I feed your hungry mind what you need. The truth, you got more power than was normally agreed. Indeed, the seed, the thought is taught by this vet. Don't get upset by the fact from what I said, I ain't lied yet. ER, come on. Hey, open your mind. Actually got that out of there, didn't I? Hey, open your mind. Come on. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Open your mind. Come on, come on. Hey, open your mind. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Open your mind. Come on, come on. Yeah. Open your mind. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Open your mind. Come on. Open your mind. Open your mind. Thank you.
Oh, this has been absolutely wonderful. Have you enjoyed Anonymous? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we take pride at The Wave in being able to do stuff that's trendy and cutting edge. You know, this is not like a Sunday service. So we hope that eventually you'll just tell all your friends and relatives and bring lots of people. Our next wave on December 12th is going to be very powerful. It's called Giving Birth to Your Dream Child. And we're going to take you through a process. You'll be given a handout. I'm going to take you through a process to have you select something you want to see manifest in your life, something big that you want to have show up in your life for the coming year. And I'm going to take you through a process of conception, gestation, labor, and giving birth to this that you want to see. This will be what you may have a dream, some dream you have, and you want to see it come to fruition. So the process I'm going to take you through is designed to help you give birth to your dream child. So I hope you'll come on December 12th, and we'll have some guest artists to bring some holiday music as well. So I look forward to having you come and participate in that on the 12th. Tell people about it, and I love you, and I'm so grateful, and thank you. Those of you online, thanks so much for coming on and checking out what we're doing. Tell people online about it, and don't forget, hit the donate button. Now you can do it. Go. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You want to do God's will?